Hello, I'm Wayman Kwan. Welcome to Quick Math Videos. In this video, I'm going to give an introduction to exponents, part 3. More specifically, we will be talking about brackets and exponents. Now let's do a quick review on exponents. On the top right corner, we have a to the power of 3. A, in this case, is the base. The base is what is the item that is being repeatedly multiplied, and the exponent here tells us how many times this base is being multiplied. Let's move on to our motivational example here, where we have open brackets a times b close brackets to the power of 3. Now, what is the base? The base is everything inside the bracket here. That is the entire base. And this exponent here is affecting everything inside that bracket. In other words, this 3 means we multiply whatever is the base, which is in brackets, repeatedly 3 times. So in this case, this means it's a times b times a times b times a times b. Let's move on to examples to really show this idea of brackets and exponents. Our first example here is open bracket 6 to close bracket to the power of 4. What does this mean? That means the base here is in brackets and it is repeatedly multiplied by 4. So if we were to be very technical, this means it's open bracket 6 close bracket times open bracket times 6 close bracket times open bracket times 6 close bracket times open bracket 6 close brackets. There is no need for an extra multiplication here because we only need 4. If we were to just get rid of the brackets, this would simply be 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. Now, let's move on to our second example here. Open bracket x, y, close brackets to the power of 3. What is the base? The base is everything inside of this bracket. And the exponent here affects everything inside this bracket. To expand this, what we do is we basically multiply whatever is in bracket 3 times. So that's open bracket x, y, close bracket times open bracket x, y, close bracket times open bracket x, y, close bracket. Because there's not much affecting the brackets, we can simply remove them, and this becomes x, y times x, y times x, y. And this is how we expand exponential expressions when the base is in brackets. Now, let's go the other way, simplifying. How do we simplify these expressions? The first one here is xy times xy times xy times xy times xy. If we are to represent this expression in exponential form, what we need to do is first we need to identify the base. The base in this case is the item that is repeatedly being multiplied. In this case, it is xy. So as you can see, xy, 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 xy. That is being multiplied repeatedly. So we open our exponential expression with open bracket x, y, close bracket. Now, what is the exponent in this? We count how many times this is repeatedly multiplied. In this case, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the exponent of this expression is to the power of 5. Let's move on to our next example. x times y times y times x times y. In the previous video, we wrote this as x to the power 3, y to the power 3, after some rearrangement using the commutative property, in which we can switch the orders around. Now, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to rearrange this slightly by moving the x's and y's in a very interesting fashion. In this case, I'm going to move this. I'm going to keep the y here. I'm going to flip the order here, and you'll see why. So we have x times y times x times y times x times y. Also, if we have x times y, we can rewrite this as xy. So let's do that. So this x times y becomes xy times xy times xy. And now we're going to simplify this using our base as a bracket and the exponent. So the question is, what is being repeatedly multiplied? And that is xy. So we start with xy in brackets. How many times is it repeatedly multiplied? And that's 3 times. So we put a little 3 as the exponent. And this is how you simplify exponent form. And this concludes the video on brackets and exponents. Thank you for watching this video. I hope I'll see you again next time.